Okay, Merry Christmas 2020.
Yeah, this ain't 2003.
I didn't say 2003, I said 2020.
No,
So what year were you born?
34.
So what was the birth order?
The which?
He's the oldest,
So you're the first kid.
Yeah.
firstborn.
Firstborn. And then it was...
Marie,
Marie and then Arlo.
an all-old
Okay.
baby.
Yeah.
And how many years difference between you?
Well,
There's 1 year
him
between
and Marie.
Marie and I,
Okay.
and
Almost 4 between Arlo and you.
about 4,
Yeah, almost 4 years.
right around there.
Okay. And where were you born? Where were you born?
In Tacoma.
Tacoma, Washington.
In fact, St. Joe's.
What would be one of your first memories as a kid?
Where you lived, you can say where you
Probably where I lived at Adams Street.
And
with your mom and dad.
Yeah. It's up by Bowman High School.
oh, okay.
You know, where we lived, 1720. In Bowman High School, you crossed 19th Street, went up a hill, and it was right there.
Is the house still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been back to it?
Yeah, I've been by there a few times.
Yeah. And so was what kind of things did you do for fun when you were a little kid?
Oh, that would. In them days, there wasn't much to do, you know, because World War II, and we played kick the can and stuff like that out
Okay.
in the street, you know, but no one had toys or anything like that. We just played with what we had, hide and seek, you know, crap like that.
Uh-huh.
What?
Favorite toy? What was your favorite toy that you had as a kid?
Slinky. That's a
I
dog.
love
You know,
my
the
jump
only-
rope. I love my jump rope.
That's a
The
good
only
one.
toy I
do
remember
love the jump rope.
We're gonna get you a
Yes,
jump rope for
uh,
Christmas.
I love your jump rope.
Yeah.
You get some jump rope?
cans,
And I liked, what,
you know,
what was that
from
other, that,
beans or stuff like
the
that.
one you used to go up and
Your
down?
favorite
Play
toy was
kick the
cans?
can.
Oh,
That's the only thing I
Wait a
remember.
minute, your favorite
having
toy was a
toy.
can?
so what?
Your
So
favorite
a
toy was a
can.
can?
Yeah,
Kick
A
the
can. Was it tomato sauce can?
No, it's
or
beans.
was it-
You said beans.
just
You know,
a
Oh,
can.
beans. A can of pinto beans?
Yeah,
Or
we
was it
didn't-
red beans?
we didn't get the
Scotty,
big.
no.
We didn't get the big tin.
So a little
can.
12-ounce can. number
They were
3.
harder, yeah.
but the can was empty when you're kicking it, right?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
So your
because
favorite toy-
you always
your favorite
saved
toy was the
them,
number 300 can.
and you had recycling, you know, that for the war effort.
Oh,
So
They have
you put
recycling?
for the
you
war.
put the top and the bottoms inside the can and smash it.
Okay. So what did you do? What did you play it like soccer when you kicked
Yeah.
the can?
Soccer.
Yeah,
Yeah, kick the
We
can.
never
Kick
knew
can.
what soccer was. We never
that's
had
exact.
soccer.
That's
Oh.
exactly what.
Well, I
it
remember
was.
having the can put
Oh,
the string
okay.
But the smaller they were, the better they were.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty
Funny. So kick the can was one of your favorite
Yeah.
toys?
Wow, you were really poor.
Yeah, we-
I never played that.
Did you play? I saw the old pictures where they would have a tire with a stick, and people would roll the tire across. Did you do that?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
That was for poor people.
That was something that they used
He
to
kicked cans.
Well, like in them days, you couldn't get tires. We had a guy, he had a Model A Ford.
Uh-huh.
You couldn't buy tires. So
Why?
he'd drive the car like this. He'd have 2 wheels on rims, and the other side of the car would be rubber.
Really? He must not have got very far with that.
But that's so he could keep it on the road without it sliding all over the place.
So, did you have a horse when you were little?
Oh, no.
Nobody had
Yeah,
horses?
we did.
You
Did
did?
you?
You
Yeah.
did have a horse?
Yeah.
Where'd you keep it?
We had a pasture behind the house.
Really? Did
Yeah,
you?
we had a barn, we had chickens,
Well, I'm
Really?
from Louisiana,
In Tacoma?
so
we
they
had
have it.
This is in Tacoma?
couple
Yeah,
cows,
he lived in Tacoma.
a bull,
Really?
and a horse.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
I didn't get along with the bull.
Yeah.
Oh, that son of a bitch used to buck me all the time.
He did now.
He'd be out there trying to get the cows in because you had to milk them. You know, that bull was
Well, 'cause you
coming
kept
after
trying
you
to
all
milk
the
the bull.
time.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't have tried to ride it.
Yeah. I hated that damn
He was
thing.
riding the cow.
So you're in
milking the bull.
Tacoma. You lived in Tacoma on a farm,
All his life.
Tacoma, yeah.
but it was on a farm
Back in
when
those
you were little.
Well,
There's probably no.
they had Union, Washington, then Adams.
Okay.
And it was right in Tacoma.
Wow.
What a big lot.
Oh, that's cool.
My dad finally sold it after the war.
Okay. So
Like
did you
put
ride
in
the
about
did you
20.
ride the horse to school or anything like
Yeah,
that?
we rode the horses all the
You
time.
did?
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No,
Bareback or saddles? Y'all
We
had
rode a
saddles?
bareback.
Yeah, y'all probably
Bareback
couldn't
with
afford
no
saddles.
saddle?
You probably couldn't afford saddles. Saddles are expensive.
Oh,
Had two horses.
Wow. And no saddle.
What were their
Huh?
names?
No saddle.
No,
What were the horses' names?
one of them, one was Snoopy,
Scoop,
and
Newbie.
Newbie?
one's name was Rex.
Rex.
That was an Arabian stallion.
Snoopy and Rex.
That was a good horse.
Who named those horses?
But the thing was,
The kids.
we'd be playing around, and we had all woods. And
Woods
we
and
run them too much. So this horse, when they got tired, all of a sudden he'd stop, lower his head, and off you went.
Ah, that makes sense.
So you knew you
Wake
were
up,
going to walk
Scotty.
him back
Yeah.
home.
Don't
Yeah.
go to sleep.
So this area over here, was this more, all of this place kind of was Lakewood and this
This
area?
was all woods. The whole thing from Wapello Park, it was just solid woods.
Well, when did the Wapato Park come about?
Huh?
When did Wapato Park come about?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
You don't remember?
Yeah. Probably in the early 40s.
Okay.
Probably right after the war started.
Yeah. So, and then what's your parents' names?
Bruce.
No, your parents' name.
Oh,
Oslick.
my dad was Oslick, and my mother was May.
Okay.
May Parsons before she married your dad.
I really don't know.
I know. And
I don't remember the name
her name
Carson.
was May Parsons. I have her.
Oh, Parsons.
That's
yeah.
what I said.
Well, I thought you said Carson.
I said Parson.
Well, the hearing aids, I told you, they don't work that
Well, you're
well.
on the tape, you know it.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me.
So, how did your parents meet? Do you know?
I don't have any
You
idea.
never asked them?
No. I think probably at a logging camp. Because my dad was a logger, and my grandmother was a cook in a logging camp. But I don't know how my dad met my mom, unless my grandmother introduced him to her, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because she might have worked there a little bit too. Because in them days, you know, they all were in one camp. And kind of like that book, The Deep River.
Oh.
That's exactly how they all lived. So, but on the particulars and all that stuff, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Bruce was not curious.
Well, because you weren't all that close to your parents, right? Or were you close to your parents? Did you get along with your parents?
No.
Oh, I thought you loved your father.
Well, the first child was about 6 years old, but after that, they got divorced, and I never did see my mom again. So, you know,
I thought you were 8.
I was in the 3rd grade,
Oh, then you were
Whatever.
probably in the 6th.
whatever age that was.
You probably
Of course,
were.
that was about 7 or 8, like you say.
I don't remember.
So your dad then ended up taking care of the kids, and your mom left.
No.
No, they got divorced. We moved in with my grandmother's house.
Oh.
And,
His mother's mother.
Oh, okay.
yeah. So we lived there. And Arlo and I didn't like it. So one day, we decided to heck with this and we run away. So we knew if we hit 19th Street and keep going, we would find my dad's house. So we walked all day long. We got to the house and we no sooner walked in, and here comes the cab with the mom to haul us off.
Oh,
But Dad was sitting there at the fireplace, and he was saying, "What are you guys doing here?" And I said, "We want to move back." So then he got a lawyer, got custody of us. We did move back.
So you were first with your mom's mother,
Yeah.
and you didn't like it, so you...
No. Yeah, we run
I
away.
thought you were close to her.
I was close to her, but there was my mom was living there, and she had all her boyfriends and all that, you know, aunts and uncles, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the K Street area. I didn't like the school. You know, he didn't like nothing about it.
So then you moved, so you didn't live with your grandmother and your mom for very long, then you...
I lived with her for 6 months, and she was 70-something years old.
Who? Your grandmother?
Yeah. So she finally put in for Social Security, and so Social Security, they decided that I had to pay her rent. Well, they come up with the
How
figure,
old were you?
probably 17 or 18.
And you had to pay rent? That's weird.
Yeah, $600.
What's your grandmother?
Well, I didn't make $600. My grandmother was still working downtown, so I had to move up. So that's when I moved to the apartment down at
You had
410
to pay
Northeast
rent?
Street. Huh?
And you had to pay rent, and
Well, yeah.
what's what I mean? You were just 17.
Yeah, well, that's the way it was.
Wow. So when you were 6, that's when your parents divorced? Right around there?
Yeah, right around there.
And when you... So after
Probably
they...
6 or 7.
Okay. And then after they divorced, you lived with your grandmother for a while?
Well, no, we stayed on Adams Street till they got divorced. Then we went to my grandmother, And it lasted about 6 months. Because when my dad got custody, we went back to Adams Street.
Oh, and you lived with your dad then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he hired, see, he was gone. He'd
He was a logger.
he'd leave on a Sunday night to go to work. And then he'd come back on a Friday night.
Wow.
So we had one of the Oscar's families, his
That's his cousin.
his mother's the one that stayed at kind of watches, which was a joke because she weighed 300 some odd pounds. Couldn't do nothing, and she just mostly ignored us. So we were on our own and did what the hell we wanted to do.
Wow.
But
You started
that
raising
was
yourself.
just a cover to keep us out of reform school.
Ah.
That's all that was. Because in them days, they were, if you went to reform school because you were homeless or something, it was the same thing as going to jail.
Really?
Yeah. They were nasty. In fact, old Bill Silver's one of the neighbors, and when the people would come in and they'd ask about his kids, the neighbors would say a word, wouldn't tell them anything because they knew what they were going to do. So they just always said we were fine.
Oh, that's nice.
In them days, everybody kind of mind their own business and just try to stay out of everything. But old Bill Silvers, he took me up to that reform school that they were going to send us to. I said, oh no, no way. It would have been terrible.
Did he take you there just so you could see what you...
Hmm?
Why did he take you there? Just so you could see what it could be like?
Oh, because he didn't want me to say anything to these state people that come in, see, that would get me there.
Oh,
Because he said, this is where you'll go.
no.
Oh, okay.
Give
Yeah.
me a little scare
Yeah.
so you'll stay straight.
Well, but he just didn't want me to tell him anything, that
Yeah.
we were basically living on our own. We got along with all the people in the neighborhood. That's why they covered for us. And all those kids got along. So we had a hell of a lot of fun just playing with what we could find, you know.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
So you basically, you kind of raised your brother and sister then?
Well,
Well, my sister says so, but I always thought that she exaggerated everything. She was saying that I was always looking out for him, and then, you know, sometimes I did, but not to the extent that she said.
well, there's only a year between him and Marie.
Yeah,
Right.
She's my age.
but maybe she remembers more. I don't know, but I always thought she gave me too much credit.
Well, she loved you.
Well, no, if I could keep him out of trouble, I did.
Sure.
That's all.
Well,
It wasn't,
well, you got some good from somebody.
and that wasn't hard to do, you know.
So how did you learn your values? If you didn't have a parent teaching you, how did you learn?
A church in the same area. Like we lived on 17th and Adams, and the church was right there at the corner. So we always went to that church
Tell
because
them what church.
it was Temple Baptist.
What? That's what I'm saying. Tell
Well,
them.
there's nothing else to do. So, you know, the teachers there and all that, they're the ones that went for right or wrong. And that's where we learned all that.
Oh, that's good. And so then you lived there till for about 10 years like that until you moved out?
So, yeah, about 10 years, that'd be right.
Sorry. Was it your dad's house that they decided to charge you rent?
No, my grandmother's house,
Oh, okay.
when I was living there. No, we never had no trouble at my dad's house.
So you were at your dad's house, and then when did you go back to your grandmother's house? So,
No, that was when I was 17. Because my dad kicked me out of the house.
Oh,
Oh,
really? I
yeah.
never knew that.
Oh, yeah,
when did he kick you out?
when I was 17.
Why did he?
I don't know, we didn't get along anyway. So I just left.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what happened to Marie, too.
Marie didn't get along with your dad.
You see, she moved with my uncle, Oscar's parents,
Oh,
till she moved out because we didn't get along with them. And she went out on her own, too.
what about Arlo?
Arlo, he was the only one living in the house. And my dad sold it, and
Who raised you?
Arlo was the only, Greg,
What? Tell who that is.
Oscar's
Okay.
mom and dad. So Marie I wasn't living there, I was living by myself then. And so
You had an apartment?
Marie went and got one of the neighbors to take Arlo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just on the other side of 17th Street.
I didn't know that.
So Arlo stayed there for, I don't know how long, because I wasn't around. And then he went down and lived with Greg.
That's
Oscar's dad.
Oscar's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when he moved out, I don't know when he moved out. I don't have any idea because I don't know anything what either one of them went through or what they were doing because I was gone.
Right.
Then after I went through the Air Force, I lost all contact, but I didn't have much contact with them to begin with.
That's with Arlo and
And Marie.
Yeah.
Marie.
Huh?
With Arlo and Marie.
Yeah,
You
both of
didn't
them.
have much.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we graduated the same year, but Bruce is a year older.
Okay.
I think she kept Bruce back to graduate, to go to school with Marie. Him and Marie
Yeah.
were in the
She
same
wanted-
grade.
She wanted us to graduate at the same time.
Who did?
His
So
mom.
Oh, so your mom held you back a year, so
Yeah.
So
Oh,
No,
okay.
she didn't hold me back a year. What she did, she sent my sister 1 year early.
Oh,
So we were together. That's why she was having so much trouble in school.
oh, I didn't know that.
Because she was,
I didn't know that either.
yeah. She had a heck of a time.
Oh, really?
I used to have to help her with the homework and all that because,
She was a year younger.
yeah. I wasn't the smartest student in the world either. So, the only thing I was is is all I had to do was listen to the teacher, and I could remember what they said.
He
So I
had a
didn't
good photogenic memory.
I didn't have to study very hard, but
Well, that's pretty smart.
That
If you
is.
can do that, that's pretty
So
smart.
You did good.
so. But I used to help her and Dorothy Johnson out in high school.
That's
because
one of that he used to like
that
this
was
Dorothy
next door
Johnson too.
neighbor.
Oh, that's my aunt's name, Dorothy
Because-
Johnson.
Dorothy? Oh, really?
All you had to do was listen to what the teacher says. You could do it.
I think that-
Yeah, Dorothy Johnson. I've heard he talked a lot about her.
She was real
I know.
popular.
Well,
Yeah.
we were next door neighbors, and she was the most
Oh,
popular girl in the neighborhood because she was a tomboy.
Oh, okay.
She was a
well, you dated her though.
yeah, but not for long.
Oh,
Correct.
really?
No, we were mostly next
Well, who
door
was the
neighbors.
other one? Who was the other one that you went out with? I know there was another one that he dated.
Was that while you guys were married or before?
Oh, this is way before. I didn't even know him when he
I
was
don't.
dating.
I wouldn't know because I didn't date anybody when I was going to high school.
There was an. Oh yeah, I remember you
No,
talking
I didn't
about.
have enough time. I worked a straight swing shift that Adams Peanut Butter. I got out of school at 1 o'clock. How the hell could I date anybody? I didn't date anyone.
Okay, yeah, I forgot to ask you that. So when you moved out on your own, you had to work to make money.
Yeah,
So you were working and going to school.
yeah.
Wow.
The only one that
And
knew
paying
that,
rent.
Yeah.
the only one that knew that at Stadium was the high school counselor.
Oh, okay.
And they kept it quiet because of the state laws. So what, he was a
Living
good guy.
alone.
So what he'd do, because I'd get home at 2 o'clock in the morning a lot of the time.
Wow.
Well, I'd miss a lot of school because I'd sleep in. And he was saying, he'd call me in. He said, Bruce, he says, you're slacking off too much. He said, I'm going to put you in study hall. And I says, okay, fine. Because mid-semester, the grades were down the tubes. So then I'd have to work like hell to get on up so I could graduate.
Oh, yeah.
And he knew that. So he just kind of watched. He never said anything to anybody. It's just, you know, he's flunking this, he's flunking that. And I did have some easy classes that were, you didn't have to do nothing. It's just straight A shit, you know, but English and
Right.
crap like that, which wasn't my favorite subject anyway.
What wasn't your favorite?
English.
Really? That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. So,
Yeah.
so
I
I
didn't
liked
mind.
English. I hated math. Oh,
I did mind literature.
you were good in math probably too.
Yeah, I was good in math.
I wasn't.
which one of you is the better artist?
Artist?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Did you like art?
Yeah, I did. I was pretty good at it in
Yeah.
high school.
I used to make,
And after, but I went.
yeah.
Nowadays, that's a thing of the past.
Yeah.
You can't draw? Can you draw now?
Yeah, I used to draw a bit.
Do you have any drawings?
No.
No.
No, all that stuff was destroyed.
Who destroyed it?
And then I don't know. It's hard to say. But, well, that's like, see, when I went to Seattle to take a
You're itching
physical,
again.
before I went in the Air Force, I didn't get to go home. They swore me in and I flew right out of there. So I told him, I said, well, look, I gotta call somebody. I gotta call my sister, because I knew her phone number at work. And I said, I gotta call my boss and tell him I'm not coming back. So I called up Marie and told her what happened. And I said, the car's on First Avenue in Seattle. And I threw the keys out of the rug, told her, well, he could have it. And I said, you'll just have to move me out of the apartment building. Well, I didn't have much. It was worth much anyway. So I said, just throw it all away, you know. Just get me out of there.
Oh, man.
So that's what happened to a lot of stuff. It just got threw out.
Oh, okay. So I'm picturing your dad, because I saw his picture. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
I think Bruce looked like his dad
Yeah.
a lot.
So, but your dad, you'd only see your dad on weekends when you were a kid, usually?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he wasn't very nice to you? He didn't?
And then after that, I didn't see him for maybe 10 years.
Oh.
But I run into him. Accidentally, he was coming back from, when he wasn't logging, he was fishing up in the Bering Sea. And I happened to be up in Seattle getting a load of peanuts, you know, off railroad cars. And I was down on the docks. And all of a sudden, there he was. They were coming in. And he was going into Tacoma. So, turned out he was a pretty good guy.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun after that.
So how old were you when you ran into him in Seattle?
Probably 18, 19.
Oh. Were you in the
In
military?
fact, I was in Stadium High School.
No, he wasn't in the military then.
No, I didn't go in the military till 55.
Yeah.
So what happened was
That's
He
the year
didn't
I
have-
met him.
he didn't have nowhere to go, so I told him, I said, well, I said, you can stay at my apartment, I'll just drop you off, and then I gotta go to work. Yeah, and then that's how I got to know him.
Oh, okay.
So after that, I'd see him every now and then, you know. But like his work, he was always gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you were younger, you didn't get along, and then when you were about 17, he kicked you out of the house.
Yeah.
And then you moved out into an apartment,
Yeah.
and then you were working in Seattle. It was some peanuts, you said?
Yeah. See, I worked here in Tacoma,
Tacoma, not
but you
Seattle.
had
Okay.
if you run out of peanuts, the railroad cars stopped at Seattle first.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you'd wait till they got to Tacoma, but they were running short. So I had to go up and get some to keep us going till the railroad car
Oh.
got down there by the plant. So,
And then he just happened to walk by and you noticed him?
yeah, yeah. You never recognized him.
Did you holler out to him?
Huh?
Was it you that hollered out to him, or did he recognize you?
No, I hollered out to him.
Okay.
Then he's just like, I had that 37 Chevrolet. It was a damn good car. So I lent it to him because he had to do some stuff. And he was saying, boy, that car's got a lot of power, you know. Well, it had a souped up motor in it. He says, you should have put all this money in this thing. He says, I could buy a brand new 49 Chevrolet for the money I had into it. And I just told them, oh, it's all right, it's too late now, I'll just hang on to it.
Ah.
And I ended up giving it to Arlo.
Oh, that's the car you gave him after you joined the Air Force.
But,
Yeah.
you went-
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd like to have a 37 Chevy now? Wouldn't you like to have that back?
Yeah, I would.
Oh,
That one-
happy birthday.
That one was a Master Deluxe.
37. You
Yeah,
can imagine what that's
they
worth
had
now.
knee actions, they steered better, they rode better,
Really?
and they had bigger bumpers on them. They were fancier than the standard.
I'd like to see a 37 Chevy.
And my neighbor borrowed it from me a couple of times. And
Uh.
he said, Jesus, that thing, Paul. And he had a 6-cylinder Chevrolet too, but it wasn't bored out.
Your dad lived with you at your apartment for a while?
Oh, he just stayed there for 2 days.
Okay, and then you hadn't been seeing your mom for any
No.
since you were about 6?
No,
I thought
Yeah.
8. Weren't
Or 8.
you 8?
probably.
I thought that's what you told me.
Okay.
Because she moved out. She moved somewhere down in Texas.
Oh, in Texas?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
What,
I got
what did she do for work, do you know?
she was a waitress
Okay.
and a bar hop. She, I know I got a half brother somewhere.
Oh,
You do? A half brother?
Yeah,
Where is that?
she married again.
yeah. His name was Earl Chestnut. That's all I know about him.
His last name was Chestnut.
Yeah.
Ah.
Joey can find out. Maybe
Yeah.
later.
Now I was. Marie tried to find out one
And she never
time.
did.
And she was never able to find out anything.
Oh,
And like she said, well, maybe we ought to go down there. And I said, I don't care who he is. I said, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
but he's your half brother.
I said, well, who cares?
Ah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
care.
I've never seen him in my life.
I would care if I had a half
Well, it
sister or a half brother.
doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, okay.
Do you think she had any other kids or just
I think that's the only one.
okay. Well, how about your dad? Did he remarry or did he have any other kids?
No.
Okay.
He was going to remarry,
Who?
and my dad,
Who? Who was he gonna marry?
I don't know what her name was, he just brought her home one day to see what his kids thought of her,
And
and we all said no, so that ended that.
boy,
Okay, so you were 17 or 18 and
Yeah.
he dropped off. He spent a couple days with you. Then he went to the armory. And then did you see him anymore after that?
Yeah, I saw him when my grandmother died,
yeah, I remember that.
before we got married.
Yeah, just before we got married.
And I went up to Tacoma and I run into him. So he and I and Ole,
Now who's
our
old?
uncle,
That's his uncle.
we all stayed together. We had a hell of a good time.
Oh, okay.
Because my grandmother was in a coma. Well, she didn't know who you were. You know how that is. So you go there and she was just there.
You loved your grandmother, didn't you?
Oh yeah, she was a good woman.
Yeah, that was your mother's mother?
Yeah, that's the one that gave me the house. And Ella was the one that took it away.
Who?
Ella, my aunt. My mother's sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so tell me more about that. So
Yeah.
so your mom's mother gave you a house?
Yeah.
When did she do that?
What she did, the house on 2021 South K Street, And what she did, she willed it to me, and she we had next door neighbors were three sisters from the Catholic Church. They worked at St. Joe's, and she had them witness it. Well, when she died, my aunt come up, was my mother's sister, Ella. So she knew about it, so she went to court and got it invalid
Oh,
because there was no Washington State stamp. There was probably $10,000 in cash stashed away in that house.
oh,
And because she remembered the Depression and all that crap. But this was just before I went in the Air Force, though. Because I was still working at Adam Peanut Butter. I was going to work, that go down 19th Street Hill. And I saw a car in front of the house. And I thought, what the hell, I'm the only one that's got the keys. And I knew she was, by that time, they transferred her to Pierce County Hospital. And so I went in, and it was my aunt and her, I don't know if she was married or if it was the boyfriend, but anyway, they were looking for the money. Well, I knew where it was because she showed me all.
oh,
So I had about $3,000 or $4,000 that I found, and I just stuck it in my pocket. Well, I'll give a third to my sister. I'll give a third to Arlo. Then I was walking to the truck, and I says, I can't do that. That's stealing money. So I just went back in the house and threw it at him. I said, here, this is what you want.
oh man.
Yeah,
Stupid.
but no, it wasn't because I knew I was stealing money.
Yeah,
And from your grandma?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
okay, I understand.
no, I did the right thing.
Yes.
That was nice.
Never regretted it.
No.
But the next day, I was delivering to stores in that area. So I went by the house, and guess what was sitting in front of it? A brand new 53 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
Oh man.
But I didn't bother to.
You knew that that's what.
Well, I knew they bought the car with
Right.
all that money. But they got what was coming from. Because I figured when she did die, they charged her. So she didn't have the money. She spent it all. And so the state took it over.
They took the house over?
They took the house over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they mowed it down. I don't know why, but it was a nice house.
I was going to say, it was in good shape.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was in damn good shape. But
They tore
just
it down?
they mowed it down. It's, right now, today, it's an empty lot.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So I don't know what, I don't have any idea what the hell happened. And I've never bothered to check to find out because I really don't care.
Right.
Because it's something that's done.
Right.
And nothing's going to change it anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. So do you see any of the relatives from your mom or your dad's side?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Do you just know your sister now?
Yeah.
just sister and
Yeah.
those brothers gone now.
Yeah, in fact, everybody on that family's dead.
Well, okay.
The mother, the dad, Oscar, Glenn, Judy, they're all dead.
Yeah. So just to finish the loop here, so with your dad, so you saw him again at your mom's
Grandmother's, yeah.
your mom's funeral. And when was that?
Well, we
Approximately.
were married, weren't we?
Huh?
We were married,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Because he went to the funeral,
yeah.
Okay. So that was in the 50s.
and I was pregnant, so
Yeah, 50,
Okay.
probably 56.
Okay.
I was pregnant for Joe. And
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you see did your mom come to that funeral?
No,
So she didn't come to her own mother's funeral.
no.
Wow. But
no.
your dad did. Your dad came to.
Yeah, my dad and I went. We didn't stay long, you know, we just, because there was nothing,
Yeah.
and she didn't know anybody, you know, so.
So did you see your dad after that some more, or here and there, or?
That was the last time I saw him.
oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought, yeah, I was pregnant
that was
for
the
Joe
last time?
at that time. I couldn't.
that was the last time I saw him.
And that was you were living.
And he died when I was in France.
Yes.
Okay, so
That was 59. So,
Yeah.
how did he die?
yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Just,
he was in a nursing home, wasn't he?
yeah. I heard a blood clot, but I don't know. Fact, I don't know how any of our relatives died.
Right. Where's he buried? Do you know?
Huh?
Do you know where he's buried?
Tacoma, isn't he?
Yeah, he's buried in Tacoma,
What cemetery
New Tacoma,
in Utica?
down there, South Tacoma way. Because Marie took me down to the
Yeah.
grave.
Is anyone else with him there?
Yeah, his brother,
Which brother?
Ole. Because Chris, he's buried in Norway.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is Chris his other brother?
that was his youngest brother.
Youngest.
Oh.
He was the one that was in the war. The others were all too old.
So your dad, was he born in Norway?
No,
Okay.
Where? Where was he born?
Norway.
That's what he asked.
Oh, yeah.
He
Okay.
said no.
So he was born in Norway.
My hearing age.
I know. Well, that's
Then when did your dad come over to the United States? How did that come around?
You know, I don't know. I know they all went through Staten Island in New York. They all changed the spelling of their last name.
they're all Louvrak.
'Cause they
all
wanted
spelled
to-
differently.
They wanted to go the American way. So there's three brothers that come in there with one last name, and when they left, they all four of them had a different last name.
Oh,
They spelled it differently.
oh, okay. So one of the brothers was born here then.
Oh, I think they were all. No, was Eddie born here? None were born here.
No,
No.
Oh.
no, they were
none
all born
here.
in
They were
Norway.
all from Norway.
But it's 3 or 4 brothers.
Four.
Oh, okay.
What were their names?
Chris, Ole, Greg, and Dad Osgood.
It was just 4 of them.
Yeah.
No sisters?
No.
Okay.
Now the sister, he does have a sister,
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
but they stayed in Norway. I've never seen them.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
he did have a
So-
sister.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah.
What
Just-
was her name?
I don't know.
Just one sister?
One
Yeah.
sister.
Well, I'm not sure about that either. You know, I don't know nothing about
Yeah.
any of the grandparents.
Right.
backgrounds
No.
So-
or anything about them because they were all dead.
So you didn't know your grandmother and grandfather from your
No.
dad's side
No.
because they were in Norway.
The other,
My
my,
grandfather and grandmother lived in Norway.
yeah, they
They
never
never
come.
came.
No, they never,
Just their children came.
yeah. Not all of them, just
All right.
Dad, Greg, and Ollie and Chris. And they had a couple of relatives, but they went back to Norway.
So how did they spell their name originally?
Lauvrak,
Okay.
like Arles.
That's how Arlo.
Oh.
See, Marie, and our name is L.A. And Marie found out, and I did, that when we had to get a birth certificate, well, I had to get one when I went in the Air Force, that it was L.O.
Yeah, Bruce was
Oh.
hello.
And then when Marie had to get one, she found out her last name was L.O.
Oh, I
Oh.
didn't know that.
Yeah, the
So-
only one that was L.A.
Was
Arlo.
Arlo? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
So up until then, you had always spelt your name L.A.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then, but they changed it when they came over here. It was L.A. and then they changed it to L.O.
No, they, that all happened in Staten Island,
Uh huh.
and they just let everything go. But then the Air Force would accept me, so they said, well, it's got to be L.O., like it said, but I really don't have a middle name.
Yeah, he always thought he was Bruce Scott Louvrak. We thought Scott,
So
our
they,
son, was a junior,
yeah,
and Bruce didn't even have a middle name.
so they just added to Scott instead
Yep.
of L.A.
Well, you have a middle name, Scott.
And I have no middle initial.
Oh, so
Oh,
you
the
just made one
military.
up?
My real name is
Just Bruce Louvrak.
With no
Bruce
middle
Louvrak.
name?
yeah.
With
So
a.
Scott isn't really a junior.
How did
Oh,
that happen?
that's good to know.
So
Right here,
They
ladies
don't-
and
they
gentlemen,
don't-
history.
Well,
That's the first time I've never heard that.
none
Did you
of
ever hear
none
that?
of us kids had a
I didn't
birth
know that.
certificate.
That's so
Because when
weird.
my mom and dad got divorced, she had them all.
Oh,
Well, she had them stored,
and they got burned down?
and with everything else,
Troy, look.
they never
Troy.
paid it, so they come in
She
and took
wants out.
everything.
She don't want
She
that.
like
Oh,
yeah,
so
she
somebody
does.
just trashed
Sold
it?
So
Look at it.
we all had a,
That's so weird.
Oh, that's good to know. Why is that?
Because they
because-
didn't put his middle
He didn't have a middle
name.
name.
my birth certificate, I don't have a middle name.
Oh,
It's just Bruce, Louvrak.
so why couldn't he be a junior?
But the Air Force
Because
at
Scott,
86.
Bruce
added
Scott
it.
Louvrak. I
Oh.
thought that he had his whole name.
I think we should get it
Back to
changed.
his father.
So to be
Yeah,
a junior, you have to
We
have.
didn't change it. Let's make it something more exciting.
That's like
Brutus.
my sister. She found out, well, she was an LO too.
They
She
just
didn't
spelled
know
her name
it,
too.
I didn't know
just
that.
like me.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know Marie was in LO.
Yeah, Arlo was the only LA.
Well,
dude.
she didn't know that either till she got married.
So
and
Arlo's
had
the
to-
only one that had the
Had
correct
to get a
spelling.
birth
Arlo was the
certificate.
only one had LA.
Yeah.
Who came up with the word Scott for a middle name for you? Who gave you that?
That was, they come out of that logging camp. So that had to come from my mother. But it was spelled SCOT, not TT.
Uh-huh.
Scott is.
The Air Force just added the T to it.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
That's why I had to get a new Social Security card, because the old one was LA. Well, like my high school graduations, that's LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did your dad, when he lived in Norway, did he spell it L.A.?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So when he came on the boat in Ellis Island, he changed it to LO?
No, he kept it L.A.
Oh,
But it was still L.A. Like, yeah. But what happened was when we were all aboard, for some reason, Marie and I ended up L.O.
oh, on the birth certificate.
Yeah, but see, on the grave site in Norway, they put all their names on a great big stone, just add on to them. Half of them are LO, half of them are LA.
Oh,
Same family.
oh,
So who knows how that
yeah.
happened?
Oh, that's interesting.
It's really weird.
Yeah,
You probably have relatives you don't even know.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Yeah.
When you moved to the house, when you moved out and got the apartment on your own when you were 16 or 17, did Marie and Arlo stay with you at all during that time?
No.
Okay.
No, it was just in fact, it had 2 rooms in it. And they were still up in Adams Street.
With
Okay.
your aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Arlo was with Romanesky till he went to.
Well, who's
He
that?
went to Greg and Anna's house when Marie left.
Okay, that's his dad's
And I was,
brother.
after she probably moved out of that house probably around 54.
Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where did she go from there?
She was living in a house, like a rental. Like I was in
Oh,
a combined
Okay.
mansion, and they just divided up apartments. One of them type deals.
Right.
It was all South Tacoma way. That's all I know.
Lifetime, but are no longer around. So, like a typewriter. No typewriters
You
anymore,
don't have
right?
typewriters.
Not anymore, though. Right? That's what I'm saying.
No.
Right.
There are
So
none.
what? No. There's no typewriters anymore. You can't buy a
No.
typewriter. You didn't know that. Huh?
No, I
All
didn't.
right. So think of another one. What's another one? Now we still have radios.
So you guys started with radios, right?
Oh,
That's
we always
it.
had a
The
radio.
radios are still around.
Transistor radio.
How about VCRs? No, you didn't
No,
have
there
VCRs.
was no
VCRs.
such thing as a
No.
VCR.
That was my.
When did you
That wasn't
We don't have
did
until
you get
later.
it in the 80s? Is that when you got a VCR? In the 80s?
never
Oh,
got a
probably,
VCR.
Probably 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
telephones, but
Oh, we always had a telephone.
see nowadays nobody really has a telephone in their house like you do. Not many people do.
We
People
did,
have
always.
cell phones.
We always had a telephone.
Right. So that's still
The
probably.
telephone was probably the most technological thing we had in the house.
Yeah. I
What
bet.
about a phonograph?
Oh, yeah, we always had that.
No, I got one. How about a bathroom?
Oh,
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Did you have an outhouse?
Did
No,
you guys
had
have an outhouse?
Didn't you?
what?
You had an outhouse, didn't you?
See, my mom grew up. They had
They
outhouses.
didn't
always
really
had
come out
outhouses.
till after World War II ended.
What did?
So you didn't always have a phonograph?
Because
No, we
It was
did.
strictly a
Yeah,
radio.
we did.
Oh.
that's how you got all your news
What's another one? What's
in
another
the
one?
Lone Ranger and Red
Didn't you get it at the
Ryder.
theater too? Didn't
The
you get your
fan.
news at the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first movie you ever saw?
Oh, God.
You have movie theaters then?
That's hard to do.
Oh, that'd be. I wouldn't have.
That was too
I
far
couldn't even tell you. I
back.
couldn't even tell you.
Really? Because
Was it black
movies
and
were kind of unique, right?
Oh, no, we
Yeah.
always watched movies.
Right. So you don't remember the first
What's
one?
the first
And
outdoor movie you went to?
during the
First one?
intermission, they always
Outdoor
had
movie.
a cereal, like a Red Ryder cereal
Oh,
or a Lone Ranger one. So you'd come back. That was a half hour
right.
shot. That's so you'd come back every week to see how it was going.
Oh, that's cool.
It only cost a nickel to get into the theater.
Oh man.
Yeah, we didn't have to pay much to go to the
What?
theater.
We used to walk
I miss the
every
cartoons.
Saturday
Yeah.
Looney Tunes
down
and
to
stuff.
go see him.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
I miss
So it
those.
was when you were a kid. Then was Lakewood
Tacoma, maybe.
like just out in the country? Was all this
What's
out
a
in the
farm in
country?
Tacoma?
Where people still have horses and stuff.
Yeah, see, we lived between
There is.
I don't see any farms in
19th
Tacoma.
Street,
I mean, you're not like in the
I've
North
seen
End.
horses.
Yeah.
But you too.
17th Street.
Might be in Summit area.
So
but
we
that's
had
getting
our
outside
house
Tacoma.
on there.
Yeah, in South Tacoma.
But that's-
Just back on.
Then we had
There's
the
a farm.
big long
You'd be
barn.
hard pressed to find a farm.
Then we
An
had the
actual
kitchen
working
coop
farm.
between that.
Working
A
farm, no.
chicken coop?
Yeah.
got private.
And then we
Yeah.
owned
There are a lot of farms in Auburn.
everything
Auburn, Kellogg,
from
though, and Kent.
all the woods back there, from 17th Street to 19th Street.
Wow. So Lakewood was like, because I heard that Lakewood was kind of like where people would go to have a vacation, like a little
Lakewood,
vacation
really?
house. Yeah.
'Cause they have the
Lakewood
lakes.
was
That was
mostly
a-
woods.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah, you're right.
And lakes, Lakewood. Yeah.